good peeps? It is Wednesday. Hey, we got the root canal. I am alive. I made it. I didn't cry. And I'm back to eating on both sides of my mouth again. Woo! Hey, but I'm not going to tell you how much that cost me out of pocket because it's ridiculous. I had to get a payment plan. Hey, what can we do, fam? What can we do? Let's go. The government ain't opening back up. I keep telling y'all that. This is the controlled collapse. This is the great, that's what this is. And a lot of people still don't realize that we have already entered into the final stages of the collapsing of this country. I woke up this morning to mainstream media saying how, look, I got this right here to kind of block the sun. Mainstream media talking about how out of the 750,000 federal employees that are furloughed, some will get paid and some will not. How do we decide that criteria? This is what we have going on right now. You have the government literally deciding who will get paid for work that they are currently doing and who will not. Man, this is how far we have spiraled. Listen, if you're still buying into the left versus right paradigm, and I know right now things are just pumping, then you're buying into what they want you to believe in. Fam, this reset that we're going into, it is not about left versus right. That is simply the tools that they are using to allow us to destroy ourselves. They cannot collapse and destroy this country without there being a left and right paradigm. Look. For instance, how is it that now, you know those medical bills that weren't allowed on your credit report? Guess what? That's been reversed. So not only can millions of Americans not afford insurance, but when they do have a medical emergency, an ambulance ride, a trip to the ER, and you recover, you will be financially ruined. They want you in debt to their system moving forward, fam. They're not doing anything for us. Okay, so look, let's move on. Preps. I'm waiting for this book to come on Amazon. Roman Prepper put out a short about this book. I think it's gonna be really good. It's just a bunch of survival ideas and the things you can do in a time of survival. It's like the Prepper Handbook or something like that. I got that coming today. I am legitimately, fam, I got two smaller solar generators, two solar generators. They're both like 750 watt hours a piece. You know, and then I've got two smaller ones that are like 200 watt hours, right? But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually considering going a little bit bigger, maybe 2,000 watts. I have, just over the years, Lord, you know, over the years, I probably have 900 watt solar panels in my backyard. That's from the years of playing with solar, putting together solar projects, testing solar. I probably have 100 watt solar panels, the hard panels in my backyard. So I'm considering going ahead and getting a bigger solar generator. Now, at this point in the game, you got to take cost into everything that you do. So the prices are a lot lower now. So a big one, I could probably get a big one for about $400. But again, that's still $400. And the reason that I'm thinking I might need a bigger solar generator is because this morning, fam, I was sitting in the bed, sipping my coffee, twiddling my toes, listening to the news, and I started hearing this weird sound outside. So, I don't know, it was like a loud torch or something, I don't know. So I went outside and there was nothing, but I was in the backyard, there was nothing. And it was super peaceful. So I stood out in the backyard for maybe 5 minutes, literally just enjoying the cool, crisp air, the birds singing in the background, the peacefulness of nature, and that's when it hit me. Fam. We're going to go from total connectivity. Listen, if you open up YouTube right now, you're going to get 3IA Atlas, you're going to get the return of aliens, you're going to get the airports, the TSA workers having problems now because TSA workers are calling in sick because they're not getting paid. You're going to get the medical deal. You're going to get the Obamacare deal. You're going to get Portland, Chicago. You're going to get the current locations of where troops are being deployed. You're going to get everything. We are so plugged in right now. Anything you want to know, boom, it's there. But I'm sitting out in my backyard and I just realized that once things really get hot, they're going to unplug us. And this is what we've talked about, our shift, our WOL, having only that 2 to 5 mile radius to travel because it's going to be too dangerous. You're going to go from total connectivity to being totally unplugged, man. Listen, totally unplugged. And if we get lucky, there may be one government, because that's what it's going to be, one government channel that is only going to feed you the absolute wildest ish that they can possibly come up with to scare you to death. Fam, the Insurrection Act, the martial law that's coming is going to lead to lockdowns, but these lockdowns will be different. I should have started this video with this. It's going to be different, fam. These lockdowns, you're going to be disconnected. There may not be internet. There may not. There, as far as the television and the radios, there may not. There may only be 2 channels. A government-fed channel that tells you what they want you to know. So you will not know. Fam, listen, you will not know. Maybe I'll do a live on this one today. Yeah. You will not know what's happening in Chicago. How bad it is. How good it is. Is it burning? You're not going to know what's happening in California. You're not going to know what's happening in any other state except for what they tell you. So I'm thinking I might need a bigger solar generator just to still power up a few things. See, right now, we're in the end, but we're in the beginning of the end stages. But I'm telling you, when this thing goes hot, when the Insurrection Act of martial law is declared, they're gonna cut us off. That's gonna be the next big step. This whole thing that's been running is complete and total division. They want us fighting each other. They want us screaming at each other. It's complete and total division. Once the grid gets shut down, once information is shut down, the next step is going to be disconnecting us from groups, because that's what they're gonna want. And they're gonna have us. And see, that's another big thing too. So that's one of the reasons why. Put this back. That's one of the reasons why we have to stop playing these left and right paradigm games now, because it's going to be 10 times worse when they cut you off, when there's no internet, when there's no news, and all they're feeding you is fam, you might be in your house thinking that the Civil War is absolutely fully blown, that F-15, F-16s are dropping bombs in Washington, D.C., that the government has fractured and this literally civil war, and you have a break-off faction in the military fighting the other military. They could be feeding you so much crap, and there could be nothing happening. But guess what? You don't know, because you have no gas, you have no comms, no communications, and you have no way to verify any of this. I need y'all to see where we're going. This is what I'm prepared for. This is going to be the shift to WOL. Ain't nobody gonna be hiking no 30 miles to see what's happening in a major metropolitan city to see it, to verify if it's valid or not. That's not. I'm going to work. I'm tired of talking. Yeah. So they can come after you for medical bills now. I'm screwed. I don't even have medical bills, but I already know I'm screwed. I'm gonna start collect calls from, medical bills for $200 from like 15, 20 years ago. So much stuff moving, man. Y'all be safe. Maybe that's what we need to talk about. The second stage in the paradigm. The government ain't opening back up. It's a wrap. Look. And the longer it goes, the more of the smaller handouts are going to start to get affected. WIC, Social Security. I know, right now it's good, but give it some time. Food stamps. And I know everybody's like, well, they don't need food stamps anyways. Fam, you really got to do some research about how many people and who exactly uses the majority of food stamps. Whether it's the people that they show buying all of the fancy stuff in the grocery stores, or whether it's the people that are suffering from cancer, or the people who can't work, or the homeless people, or the people who really need it. I'm gonna get out of here. We're moving into this place as to where people who are doing okay feel like they don't need any government assistance in any form or fashion. When majority of us, fam, how many people are on disability right now? Y'all trying to see a disability go away? How many people are on Social Security? Are you trying to see that decrease? We already know that there's a work commitment now to retirement. I don't understand how people are begging for these things to go away. And I know, under the guise, let me go, I'm just preaching to the choir. Under the guise that illegals are using up so much of this, corrupting so much of this, or there's so much corruption, or there's so many people that don't need this, so many people that do need this. Look at the people who do need this, American citizens. Now, with all that being said, you got to understand that it's all going away. It's all going away. So everything I just said was null and void. It's all going away. We're going into the beast system. Yeah, I might get that. I don't know. I might get that solar generator. I'm just trying to weigh the $400. Is there anything else that I could be, I already got the additional 5 to the 5 to the 6 coming with a couple more of them freedom seeds. All right, y'all be safe. Peace out. I'm going to work. Bye, fam. Hey, no roll raise this morning. How about that? For some reason, hey, maybe it's all the federal workers not going to work. There's not a whole lot of traffic on the streets. Bye.